Welcome back to another video. My name is Angie and this is Angie's Art and Crafty Creations. Today's video I am doing a tumbler for one of my subscribers, Patty Fish. Patty has been a subscriber for quite some time for me and she's been very supportive and I love her with all my heart. Never met her, you know, but she is like family to me as much as we've talked. And back when I started my channel, not when I started it, but I transferred from DIYs into doing paintings, and she purchased one of my paintings that we worked together with for her daughter, so that was really awesome and very kind of her. And so this is the tumbler that I made for Patty. Patty loves butterflies as much as I do, and so I hope you love this tumbler, Patty. I hope you love the video, and your mama's is coming next. So if you want to see how I made this, let's go ahead and get on into it. And don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks. Okay, so to get this started, we are going to use some white acrylic paint from the Glitter Guy, some white glitter that is also from the Glitter Guy. I don't know what color it is. It came in a mystery box. We are working on a 20-ounce stainless steel tumbler from Stainless Steel Depot. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 layers of this acrylic paint on there, trying to get as even strokes and coverage as possible. Using a nice fluffy makeup brush for the application. While I didn't get in between paint layers, I'm using my heat gun here to get it dried a little faster. And then the second or third layer, I don't recall how many I did, but I'm going to go ahead and use that paint to apply the glitter, starting at the top. And I'm going to go down to the bottom and get the bottom, and then go ahead and sprinkle all along the middle sections, all the way around, making sure to get good coverage. As you can see, the paint isn't full white, but with the vinyl that I'm using, it kind of plays in pretty well, I believe. So there she is, topped her off, ready to go. She's got 2 coats of epoxy on her. And I'm gonna take my Dremel and I'm gonna go and get this fine line around the rim so that the next layers of epoxy have something to adhere to. I'm being very careful just to get the rim. Once that's done, we're gonna clean her up with some 91% isopropyl alcohol and a coffee filter. And then we're gonna move into applying our decals, or vinyl, excuse me. I pre-cut it, and I pre-cut it before I painted it and epoxied it, so it's a little bit short, but I make it work. So, and it is the idea that I had in the beginning, but I don't know when I cut it, I did it before the epoxy. But anyhow, so I have it lined up where I want it. I'm gonna make it as tight as I can, and I'm gonna take some painter's tape to anchor that down. I'm not quite sure what I was doing with my tape here, but trying to not get any fingerprints on the tumbler is what I was trying to not do. Pardon me. So I said we're gonna anchor this down, flip her over, make sure it's still all lined up nice and neat. Cut off a little bit of that backing. I'm going to adjust my vinyl to the back because I want to make sure that there is no air bubbles in there and this gets as evenly as applied as possible. So that's what I'm doing there. And I'm going to put that piece back on there, make sure it's nice and tight and lined up. And then move that piece and apply the vinyl. Using my little squeegee there. You want to make sure you use the felt tip side too, otherwise you'll scratch your vinyl and you don't want to do that. This particular vinyl I purchased off of Etsy from Slide Hustle. I also watch Brittany Barnes, excuse me, and she uses a lot of Slide Hustle's vinyl. And when Patty wanted this, I forgot to mention that this tumbler is for Patty. I'll do that in the beginning too, so I don't forget. But she picked this vinyl out, and she also picked out the decal that we're going to put on there. But anyway, it's from Slide Hustle, and I'll put his link in the description below. So when I cut this vinyl, I cut it into 3 pieces. The main diamond, and then these 2 little side pieces over the bottom of the vinyl. That makes sense. Yes, it does. I'm using my little squeegee there to line it up to make sure that, that the fence lines are lined up. Cut the back end off there. Make sure it's even from that top to the bottom. The little space in between there is a little off, so I'm going to readjust it. Trying to hold that on there and move that was difficult. Okay, then I'm going to use my squeegee again and apply this piece of vinyl. Okay, very nice. And I'm going to take a very sharp X-Acto blade, craft knife, and cut off the bottom of this, the extra vinyl there. This cuts like butter if I can get my knife in there. And voila. I'm going to do the other side of it and move on to using this vinyl edger, cup edger, going around very carefully all the way around to get a nice even layer of the vinyl. And there we go. Beautiful. Just making sure that it's nice and adhered to the cup. All right, and then we're moving on to the decal that Patty picked. It's called Faith, or it's not called Faith, but it says Faith. That is also from Slide Hustle. It's got a beautiful butterfly on it. It's very pretty. I'm going to go ahead and just apply do the hinge method and use my squeegee and get that on there nice and even in the space. Making sure to get any air bubbles that might be there out. And then I'm going to use this gold textured vinyl. I believe I got that from Cricut. I'll have to double check, but we'll have it linked in the description box, whatever it is, wherever it's from. And I'm going to go ahead and put those pinstripes around each edge of the vinyl. Very carefully, I'm trying to make sure that it's all nice and even. I'll flip it over and get the other side. There we go. And then work my way around the whole tumbler. And once I get down to this last piece, making sure it's nice and even again along that bottom edge. So pretty. So pretty, look at it. This vinyl is transparent too. It's a semi-opaque, so you can see the glitter. I didn't realize that when I was cutting the vinyl. I had forgotten, and I didn't check before I cut it, so that was my mistake. But yeah, it's semi-transparent. So here I am using my craft knife to go between the two pieces, connecting pieces of pinstriping to make an even point for the corners throughout the whole tumbler. And then I believe once that's finished, we're going to, once I finish cutting them off. It's pretty easy. I just press down between the middle, making a perfect V point. Making sure it's all adhered. And she's looking so pretty. I love her. I love this vinyl. I love butterflies. Glitter. As I was saying earlier about the paint, you could see that this vinyl is kind of rustic looking with the fencing in it. So where the paint wasn't fully covered, it added to the look on this tumbler, in my opinion. I think it made it look really nice. Or it went well. Like it was on purpose. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and apply these pretty butterflies. These butterflies all came from Temu. Look at how pretty. And then I'm gonna take those little gold butterflies there, use a piece of masking tape, which I used for the other two butterflies, to get a better hold on one side of the sticker. These little stickers are hard to get the backing off of them. So I'm going to struggle with 2 or 3 of these while you watch. And then the rest I'll do off camera, and we'll move on to the next step. And these came off of a strip of PET, is what it's called, on Temu. So I cut these pieces, these butterflies, all off the strip. I do have that in a previous video. And I think this might be the last butterfly I'm going to put on there. Thought that these gold butterflies set off or complemented the gold pinstriping also. And who doesn't like a little bit of gold? Okay, once all the butterflies are applied, I'm going to take this CC DIY's, what is that called? Clear coat? Clear coat? Something coat. Can't think of it, dang it. Anyway, and I will also have that in my description box below, but I'm going to go and cover this tumbler entirely to seal it before I put epoxy on it. after the 2 final coats of epoxy, after this is dried, I will put 1 layer of epoxy on, sand the rim, make sure nowhere else needs to be sanded, and then put a final coat of epoxy on. And then this little beauty. I do believe that epoxy first. After this is cured, this little baby is done. So I want to thank you, Patty, number 1, for purchasing this beautiful cup. I almost said these because I do have another one for her mom, but I hope you will love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And to all the rest of my subscribers, thank you so much for watching, for your support. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And until my next video, have a good day, have a good night, whatever it may be for you. Take care.